artists like Billie Eilish, they've been still making music during the pandemic. What do you expect from an artist like Billie in 2021?
I'm really excited for more new music from Billie Eilish. I think that we are going to get something because, I mean, there's just been so much time, obviously, in quarantine with her and her brother Phineas, who produce and writes, a lot of her music. I mean, they have to be cooking up so much, in their home studio right now that they want to get out to the world. Fans are going to get something immediately from Billie Eilish at the beginning of 2021, which is on February 26th. The World's a Little Blurry, the documentary on Apple TV Plus, where we get to take a look behind the scenes at Billie Eilish and her life and, her super rise to stardom. So we will get that at least, but definitely I feel like we're going to get another project. I don't know when, but we are.
I feel like there's also those artists out there who are maybe waiting because they want to be able to tour the album. Who do you think is going to be worth the wait? Or who might want to wait?
I don't know if people are going to want to wait because the only thing is, I know that they want to bring it to life and they want to get back out on the road when it's safe and see their fans and perform to them because, it is another level of bringing that project to life, with music videos and stage presence. But I think that artists have done such an incredibly good job in 2020 with figuring out a way to connect with their fans and to do live performances and still make it feel special and intimate. So I don't know if it's going to hold anybody back on releasing an album just because they can't tour it. I think that it might just, make them figure out another way that they could bring the album to life. And then they'll end up touring it. I don't see an artist putting something out and then just not doing
Right.
anything at all with it.
Absolutely. On the flip side, though, in 2020, Rihanna fans have clearer skin. They have new lingerie. We got an Amazon Prime original from her, but we are still so desperate for R9. I mean, her last album was released back in 2016, and you know what? She has been teasing us. So the question really is like, do you think it's coming in this next year?
Okay, I am a huge Rihanna stan. Like, I love her so much. And I think the reason I love her so much is not only has she become this huge business mogul, I love that she kind of just does what she wants. The
Yeah,
fans, will write her on Instagram or, tweet at her, like, when's our nine? We need it. Or she's dropping all these things, but give us the
I'm
album.
one of
And
them.
she's just like,
Yeah.
yeah, but she's just like, when it's ready, I'll let you know. Like, she just clapped back so quick and so honestly. And I really do hope we get it. I hope she feels like it's the right time. I hope that she feels that it is, her year to come back with her music because she's been so successful in all her other ventures that I really hope that 2021 is the year we get this album from Rihanna because I mean, man, there's just something so special when she gets in the studio. I still bump her last album. It was all those years ago
Right.
already, and it's still something that the fans are holding on to until we get our nine. Will we get it? I am really praying to the music gods that we do.
Girl, I ended up buying Anti on vinyl. I was like, well, maybe it'll be a new experience if I listen to it in this way, like. But another artist that has teased us is Adele. She teased new music in a birthday post in 2019, and then she told a fan over the summer who asked when the new music was coming that quote, "Corona ain't over." Obviously, we saw her on SNL this past year. What do we expect from her in 2021? Do you think?
I'm really looking forward to Adele releasing new music because I feel that Adele releases albums when she's truly going through something in life. She's always very open and honest. It's usually about love and heartbreak. And obviously, she went through a massive heartbreak with, becoming single and on this journey to, I guess, finding herself. So I'm really excited to hear what she's been working on and kind of what she's been putting into her music. One thing that I really hope happens, which I don't know if other fans are with me or are thinking about this, but ever since I've seen the photo of Drake and Adele together, all I can think about is how I need a collaboration between those two to happen. We need this to happen.
From your lips to God's ears, to the music God's ears. And we do know that Drake's sixth studio album is reportedly out in January 2021. Details are top secret, so we don't know if that Adele collab's on there. But what do you hope to hear from Drake next?
I mean, Certified Lover Boy is probably one of the most perfect titles he could have picked for an album from Drake. I'm really looking forward to see the collaboration list because, everybody that Drake's kind of teamed up with has kind of popped off and he does look at the younger generation of kind of lending them a hand the same way that Lil Wayne did for Drake and Nicki. Laugh Now, Cry Later featuring Lil Durk, Grammy nomination for the 2021 Grammy Awards for Best Rap Song. And the album isn't even out yet. We know that that song's going
Right.
to make the album, but, not a bad way to start 2021. I think we might get it though within the first month. I feel like that
Yeah.
it's probably going to come out because he wanted to release it, pushed it back, and I think he's ready.
I was gonna say, and I think we're ready for another dance challenge on TikTok, a la Tuesday Slide. I feel like that's probably brewing too somewhere in Drake's mind. But Brooke, you're also here because you have such a good finger on the pulse of newer artists, and there are a few that you are anticipating to have big years in 2021. So I want you to walk us through some of these. Let's start with Taylor Parks. She has a songwriting credit, right, on Ariana Grande's "Thank You Next." But let's play a little bit of her hit "Dance Alone."
I don't wanna dance alone. I don't wanna dance alone.
I
What is it
mean,
about Taylor? I mean, that you love?
Taylor Parks is absolutely incredible. And I always love watching the journey of, a songwriter becoming an artist like a Julia Michaels, like a Taylor Parks, songwriting credits on Thank You Next with Ariana Grande. I mean, Love Lies with Sam Smith and Normani, High Hopes, Panic at the Disco. She has her hand in all these different genres, which I think is really incredible. But now she's really honing in on her skill. She just released her sophomore album this year, Coping Mechanisms, which she, wrote and created during quarantine. And she said that it
Mm,
really, was a coping mechanism for her. It helped her get through times and she was able to really be honest on paper. So I think that there's something special that happens when you are able to write for other artists, but then kind of be an incredible songwriter, be able to tell your own stories and start your own
yes.
journey. And I feel like we'll definitely hear more from Taylor Parks in 2021.
Another R&B singer that you're loving, Giveon. Let's take a listen.
Like I want you.
What is it about him that is he's poised to have an incredible 2021?
I mean, Giveon popped onto the scenes, definitely worldwide when he appeared on Drake's track Chicago Freestyle. It hit number 14 on the charts here in the US. I mean, he's put out 2 EPs this year. We're definitely looking forward to his debut album. I think that's the thing that fans are looking forward to because Giveon has such this beautiful, sensual R&B sound. And, he's also a previous Apple Music Up Next artist. I think he's definitely one to watch. I think he's just getting started in 2020, and I'm really excited to see, what he's going to accomplish this next year.
From R&B to we got to talk about indie rock. We got to give some love over here to a
Love.
British singer that you're digging, Holly Humberstone. Let's take a look at "Falling Asleep at the Wheel."
I'm falling asleep at the wheel. Guess I forgot how to feel.
We get a taste of it here, but how would you describe Holly's vibe?
I love Holly Humberstone because she has this indie pop rock sound that's really incredible. The way she's bringing her music to life. She supported Louis Capaldi overseas when,
Hmm.
safe to tour and do all of those things, which seems like ages ago. But, she really grew her fan base and kind of in that lane as well. And also another previous Apple Music Up Next artist. And I mean, when you talk about being an Apple Music Up Next artist, you're in really good company, like previous artists, Khalid, Billie Eilish, Bad Bunny. And so the fact that she also was in that class of the Apple Music Up Next 2020 and with her music, I think that something really is going to be bubbling for her in 2021, and people are just going to continue to catch on to her sound and her songwriting. There's just nothing like some fun indie pop rock, where it's all melded together and it just feels a little different.
But also, she's a UK import, and I don't know what's in the water over there, but they are just so responsible for some of the best and most talented artists out there. So I'm excited to check out Holly. But lastly, we've got pop singer Fletcher. Let's take a look at a performance of her singing "Sex with My Ex."
Undo my tongue, oh, 'cause I still taste your love all in my bones, head to my toes.
I mean, her voice.
Okay, Fletcher is
Yeah.
incredible. I'm such a Fletcher stan. Not only is she the sweetest human in the world, I mean, the talent, her vocals, her songwriting. She popped onto the scene in 2019 with her track Undrunk, and it was her first charting song in the top 100. Incredibly honest take on pop music is what I think is really special. And she's also, telling really great love stories and heartbreak stories that are representative for everybody, whether it's part of the LGBTQ plus community or not. And I think that it's really important to have artists representing that as well. Her recent EP, The Sex Tapes, she made in quarantine with her ex-girlfriend while they were quarantining and staying together. And so it's just very raw and real and open. And she's just been bubbling all of 2019, really having moments in 2020. And I think that we're about to see her really break onto the scene and become, a huge star in 2021. I'm just such a fan of hers. Her music is incredible.